Welcome, Sound and Communications Viewpoint. This week's topic will be Green AV. My name is Will Parry. I'm with SPL Integrated Solutions, and with me is Monti Carr of SKC Communications. Our first question today is going to be, I'm asking Monty what he thinks the definition of Green AV is.
Well, it certainly would be the unofficial one because I think the market is defining that, but my thoughts on that would be it is the opportunity for integrators to provide some leadership for their clients in the industry to provide solutions that are both economical and efficient means to provide better ways to keep the world a better place.
Good definition. In your experience, what technology within our industry is going to have the biggest impact, positive impact on our environment?
Certainly, I think our industry is known for some time that video conferencing is a very big provider of that, almost instantaneous to these efforts, I would guess. Some of the other type technology would be control systems and management of the AV solutions that we provide, and certainly many other types of solutions that all of our talented folks in our industry provide too.
Have you had any communication with your people about getting a LED AP designation for some of your folks?
I'm kind of spearheading that through my company, very infancy stage at this point. Certainly, I think to provide the best solutions for the clients that we serve, it will be a requirement if it isn't already for a lot of our folks.
Can you talk a little bit about the LED point system and how that works and where the AV business would fit into that?
It's pretty generalized right now, but we fit primarily in one category, of which certainly doesn't define our role very much as well. Giving, as this grows and the intensity of concern and focus on green AV movement, if you will, I believe that will become more of an emphasis and we'll have our place in that much more.
Seems like it's an opportunity to me for our industry to insert itself into the green building process. Have you given any thought to how that would be done, or how the industry should approach that?
I think us providing some leadership and educating our clients, first of all, is the very easiest and straightforward way to make an impact immediately. Certainly beyond that is to get involved with the lead system and learn, as you mentioned, how that works and how we can really be involved with architects and the other disciplines of construction and ultimately the clients to have buildings that represent this type of movement.
Yeah, green building is really high efficiency building, isn't it?
Correct.
And the systems that we provide should be high efficiency systems.
Yes.
The manufacturers, I think, are starting to understand this, and we're starting to see some Energy Star and some other categories of products out there, but I don't think there's enough product out there that meets that criteria. Do you?
Not represented holistically for our approach.
Right.
I would agree with that as well.
Right. And control systems offer a big advantage, I think, too. Our control systems, whichever manufacturer they may be from, they have the ability to really make an impact on these buildings.
Certainly.
And I think one of the things that our industry can do is start to insert itself into the early design process with the architectural firms so that those systems are feeding back to us and we're controlling them. It makes no sense to have multiple control systems in a building when, in often cases, the buildings are centralized around what we're doing anyway. Yes,
very much so. The technology that we provide and the solutions are much more required in business these days, and the impact that we are having on buildings is much more centralized, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and one of the things that I was reading was of interest to me was they talk a lot in the LED program about properly commissioning your systems so that you don't have to come back for repeat calls. Mm-hmm. And that, to me, that's a huge economic benefit to any contractor. But that makes the most sense because you don't have to come back time and time again. You don't have to run your truck and your people, and you can do other things. And just if we were more thorough in the way we approached our industry, and they let us be more thorough, I think that's the key. They don't give us any time at the end. Mm-hmm. And I think if we had the time, then we could add to the bottom line, and we could become more efficient in what we do. I don't know. Have you had any experience with that at all, or?
We do at SKC deploy the in-house rack building and certainly do want to make it as few trips as possible. We certainly do systems nationwide. So the interest of having a complete provided solution that stays running and is good quality for a long term with a lot of return visits is very important, not only to our clients but certainly the bottom line. And I think in efforts to even emphasize that more to support the green AV is that we educate our clients that we're working with and give them proper expectations that we're really making extra efforts beyond our normal day to be able to help them out with this effort as well.
I agree. I think in the design process that we should, as a company, SPL is in the process right now of training 4 people to get their AP designation, accreditation. And those people, should be involved in the early design process so that the architect and the owner understand that we can actually benefit them in the building, get them more points in the system, maybe get them from a bronze to a gold, and at the same time really expand the usage of our technology to benefit the people in the building, better quality of life. Certainly VTC adds to that right away. Not having to travel. Today we could have done this by VTC.
This is true.
So, this is the end of this segment, and we're going to go to break and for a message from our sponsors.